name's Jeremiah Patton, and I live in Lexington, Kentucky, big city with a small town feel. Lexington is in a great area where it seems to be in the thoroughfare for warbler migration. Lots of other birds, waterfowl, you name it, they come through. In 1968, the city purchased the 368-acre area and turned it into a park. It seems to focus everything around wildlife before it focuses around the people. Looking at eBird, there's been over 180 species of birds that have visited this park over the years. The birding community here is very nature forward and conservation friendly. So when I first started, I picked up a Canon T7i, little entry-level DSLR, and a 70 to 300. I quickly found out that really wasn't enough for me to do some photography. I invested in a decent pair of binoculars. But over time, after about 3 years, I finally invested in some better gear. I'm shooting on a Canon R6 with an older version of a 500mm f4. Walk around, see what we can find. It's right around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't really expect to find much. And so even the fact that it's sunny, it's about 50 degrees. For me, it's perfect weather. You know, walking around a lake in nature doesn't get any better than this. I mean, it's just beautiful out here. I mean, look at all this. See, this is the causeway right here, and we've got this back lake right here. Usually we have some waterfowl on the back end of that, so we'll take a look at that. The things about this area is Kearney Woods goes right alongside this lake right here, but it's deeply wooded. When it rains, it gets real muddy. But man, I mean, the wildlife that you see there is just awesome. That's where most of the warblers hang out, except for the pine forest. You get the pine warblers over there. So that's so cool. I'm looking at a butterbutt, one of the first warblers that tends to show up, also one of the largest warblers, is a yellow-rumped warbler. All right, mid-February, didn't expect to see that, but that's really cool. Let's take a shot. So Kearney Woods starts out in the field, just open area, and then it goes to some thick underbrush, which is where a lot of my favorite warblers like to hang out. Definitely there's a lot of redstarts that come over here. So there's a chickadee I can hear back there. I just saw a tufted titmouse, blue jay, kind of the common birds you'll see, but always nice to see always nice to hear some of the birds chattering away, just kind of adding a little bit of a lullaby to your nature walk. So all these logs seem to have either been put here or washed up. They've been here for a few years. A lot of shorebirds and other birds will come hang out, eat the critters that live on or around these down logs. I just saw 3 or 4 male red-winged blackbirds. Looks like they just came in, chatting away. It's kind of peaceful back here. Woodpeckers, you've got pileated that usually settles up and roosts up in this forest. We've got downy woodpecker. Occasionally we'll see a hairy woodpecker, and then we'll also see a very common red-bellied woodpecker. So they seem to be pretty familiar with the humans. You can get pretty close to them, get a good look at them. They'll put on a little show. It's a lot of fun. Haven't seen them recently, but we have a local celebrity, goes by the name of Woody. He is a wood duck, and he kind of tends to hang out with the Jacobson Park gang. It's a group of mallards and residential ducks that were pretty much dumped here by some owners, had their wings clipped. Kind of a sad story, but they really are thriving here. So here we are in this pine forest. Everything is grown in rows, which is definitely unique. Makes it easier for pointing out a certain tree. I think I found it. Definitely, if you find me on Instagram, I am arbitrary_fowl, F-O-W-L. Definitely, if you are in Lexington or come through, hit me up, send me a message, let me know you're coming through. I'll be happy to give you a tour, show you around a few of the different parks, some of the beautiful scenery we have. We can't do this alone, you know, it takes a community, and that's why I agreed to be part of this Bird Up community, because it's a nation hell-bent on trying to find all the birds, enjoy nature, and just getting out there every single day and trying to see what we can find. So near the boat dock, we've got a little inlet here, and it's shallow water, and this is kind of where the mallard ducks and some of the other organsers and such will kind of hang out. It's kind of fun to see. You can get pretty close to them, just kind of hang out. So what's really cool about it is they mow this area so we can go through. It's a massive, massive garden, and it's essentially a butterfly garden. They use all sorts of local wildflower and milkweed and whatnot. We see all sorts of butterflies and pollinators, birds coming through here, and it's just a beautiful little walk. When the water comes up a little higher, definitely it's got a little more of a marshland, so it's a little squishy. This is where we see all the shorebirds that come in looking for a place to eat, place to rest. Lots of camouflage for them to kind of hang out in the underbrush. Just a wonderful place. All right, I think I'm done now, guys. This is the grand tour of Jacobson Park in Lexington, Kentucky, off of Richmond Road. Like I said, if you come through, let me know, hit me up. We'll see if we can get you a tour of whatever park you'd like, and I will give you all the hot spots